Hello. Welcome to Riff and Ravel, everyone.
Thanks, Callie.
Yeah, welcome. Those of you who may be new to R&R, we're 5 friends for tonight who play D&D.
Yeah, after tonight, we're not going to be friends anymore.
Friday. They say that every time they're in danger. Anyways, as you may imagine, there's lots of battle, which they're currently whining over. Lots of roleplay, lots of
whiny roleplay.
Whiny roleplay. Anyways, I'm Callie. I'm the DM. I try to herd these cats, and I'm leading us through Storm King's Thunder. Let's do roll call. Joe, start us off.
Okay, Callie, you go first.
I already did that.
My name is Joe. I play the dwarf Braddock. He is a protection fighter, battle master as well. I think that's what that's called. Yeah, battle master. And he, he's their tip the spear, edge of the sword. First one in, first one down. He
True
takes
words.
on the chin.
True words have never been uttered.
Yeah, no. I know what he's about. I've been driving this rig since the beginning.
All right, Travis.
Hello, my name is Travis. I play a human druid, Carrion. He specializes in the Circle of the Moon, so he shapeshifts into all kinds of animals twice a day. So sometimes he shapeshifts into animals, other times he doesn't. He is slow to trust people he's not familiar with, but otherwise friendly. And he sounds like Deckard Cain and Sean Connery merged together. Sometimes.
Stay a while and listen, Moneypenny.
Yep, that's about right. It'll last for a good 5 minutes, so get it while you can.
Lauren.
As you might have noticed, we have skipped some betting gone right. I am Lauren, and I play our group's cleric. She is a nature cleric. She is a half-elf, kind of like in her teenage years, a little rebellious, a little kind of a pill, and learning things. And right now, she's really hoping that she doesn't learn what the inside of a frog's mouth is.
It's a toad, actually.
It's a giant toad.
Actually.
And tonight we are missing Dave, who plays our elven wizard Bravo Quarks. He's not feeling great today, so...
Yeah, on account of how he rescued a burrito from a pizza volcano. Did I say that right, Travis?
I think you missed a couple things there.
I feel like there's a story.
There is. He has severe burns, actually. It's all over his face, very red and bad. He rescued a pineapple pizza from an active volcano. Just sprung up in Canada.
None of that is accurate. Anyways.
I mean, the volcano's been there for a long time. It was just dormant at the time. Is that better?
Nope, still not.
Could have worked on delivery on that one. I felt like there could have been a little bit more storytelling.
Or a little more like
it could have been
drama.
Drama, yes, some drama.
Anyways, back to the game. Our party is currently aboard the Foam Splitter, a possibly merchant, possibly pirate ship out of Luskin that they chartered to take them to Waterdeep. After a harrowing battle at Port Last, they decided not to leave the child Kierga in Port Last and take her all the way to Waterdeep themselves. And they got rested and healed from their battle with the Frost Giants. Started to get back into a routine, only to spot something strange beneath the waves, and quickly discovered that they were giant toads.
Sea toads, to be exact. Sea toads, to be exact.
sea toads, and they climbed aboard the ship, and everyone was a little wary, but didn't attack right away, as the toads did not seem to be immediately hostile. And then another toad boarded with a sea hag aboard its back, or I guess astride its back. And then, yes, the second one showed up as well, and battle commenced. So we last left off with not one, not two, but 3 of the crew having been swallowed whole by these toads. One toad has been dispatched, but the remaining 3 have each swallowed a member of the crew.
Yeah, I mean, one's the lookout, so whatever, I guess. She's the mime. But then it's the captain and the first mate, so...
Yes, the beefy lookout is useless in a battle.
Oh, I was like, Noga. I'm sorry, Noga helped us with the
Noga's
giants.
awesome.
Remember?
She's awesome, but she's a mime. She's a mime. Have you ever talked to her?
Quiet. She's reserved. Anyways.
I personally have not.
Prove me wrong, then.
This is the scene. Oh, hang on. If I actually drop it correctly, there we go. This is the scene we are currently faced with. So,
Yes.
jumping straight into battle. We have, it's actually the giant toad's turns. And unfortunately, the people in their bellies are going to take some damage, some acid damage. Let's roll some dice right off the bat, shall we?
I don't like the sound. I don't.
For the math.
Are you covering up counting on your fingers? What?
Yes.
Get your phone out, girl. Calculate.
It's too late in the evening for me to be doing math. 11 points of damage each. Acid.
They have a lot of health, right? It's the first mate and the captain. They're like story characters.
Sure.
Plot armor. Plot armor, though, right?
Yeah,
Plot
totally.
armor.
Yeah, totally. So let's take that acid damage off of each of them. And then the toads are going to move. Well,
Wait,
one of
they
them
can
is...
move with people? Okay. I
Of
was
course
like,
they
wait.
can. They're giant toads.
Oh,
There
please
were
don't.
people in them?
If
Yes.
they dive into the ocean, rip everyone else.
If you eat a hot dog, are you immobile?
I mean, I'm not gonna swallow a hot dog whole.
No, but some people do, and they still move fine. Anyways, so let's start with the giant toad near the prow of the boat. I seriously should look these terms up.
You can just say front. You can just say front.
Near the front of the boat. Pardon me, ship. It's going to attack, not Bravo. I'm on a roll tonight, guys.
It can attack Bravo. Go ahead for it.
Braddock, because it's right up in his grill. Oh, well, my rolls are starting great. Yeah, that doesn't hit. I rolled a natural 5.
Mm.
So it
By the way, I
goes to
named all the
take...
toads. If they get any nat ones, you know what to do.
You named all the toads.
Slimy,
so-
blimey, and miney.
This toad's large mouth opens before you, almost as big as you are, and actually bigger than you are, and goes to take a bite, but you manage to angle your shield enough to deflect the teeth off of you. Actually, I don't know if toads have teeth. These ones do. And this toad in the middle, let's see. There's a big old bear there, and there's a tiny little dude there. But the bear seems to be a bigger target, so it's going to leap at the bear and attempt a bite.
It had something in its mouth. That's so rude.
That was almost a natural 20. And instead it's an 8, so that's a miss.
What? How's that almost a natural 20?
The die almost landed on a 20, and then it hit the
Oh.
side of the tray and switched to an
Thank
8.
goodness. Good job, Trey. Besties
yep,
right
yep.
there.
So it misses, fortunately, but it's up in your face. And then the giant toad at the back. Let's see. There's Sorn and there's North. Sorn is closer, but on the other side of the hag. But that hag is its master, so it's going to jump on the other side of him. Just leap straight across. Phew! Lands with a heavy thud. You all feel the ship shake under the weight of it. And it's going to attempt to bite Sorn. I'm using a different die because the other one sucks. It's better. I don't know if it's enough. 16. What is your AC? Oh, it hits. All right. So he's going to do a little bit of bite damage. Does that, and a little bit of poison damage. A little bit. All right, so Sorn, who is now flanked by a sea hag and a toad, has completely relinquished control of the ship. Now it is the sea hag's turns. All right.
That's what this was. This was a hijacking all along.
You don't know. Oop, let me punch my microphone some more. That might help things,
Just
right?
Yeah,
Quick question.
Oh, you go first.
Can you hear the fan in the background? Is it bad?
I cannot hear it.
No? Okay. That was it for me.
It's so hot.
So here's my question. What is the relative DC for firing a ship-based ballista? That's not related to anything to do with this current fight.
I don't know because those ballista don't turn far enough to shoot on the ship.
Strength check to rip one off the deck.
She covered her bases, in other words.
Mhm.
What is the strength check to rip one off of its base?
All right, so the sea hag
Nat 20.
next to Sorn is going to claw at him
My
for
beautiful dark
a
boyfriend. No.
just hits.
Rip.
Deal some slashing damage here. No, not a lot. Not a lot. You're okay. Not a lot. He's taken damage, but he's looking okay so far. All right, and this hag up in North's face. The North face? Oh, okay. Is going to claw at. She got
Sea
hit by
hag.
this big old bear, but
Sea
Did I hit
hag's
her?
clawing at a lovely, warm fleece pullover.
I think
North
you hit once. I don't think you hit everyone, but I think North's just too juicy a target. She's gonna go after North. And misses. Because I can't roll over a 10. Alright, so that's the Sea Hag's turn. So Bravo, I believe, is still. Yeah, he's still far enough away. So. Oh, right, I'm running Bravo.
Dave, get in here and play your character.
Dave, come here. Dave. All right, so
Lady
he
Luck,
can
he needs to blow in the dice.
He can see a toad. No, he can see two toads. That's it. Okay. So he's going to. What does he have here? He has these. Okay, so he's going to magic missile.
There's a verbal component to that.
I can't imitate, bro. I can't
It's
do it.
okay. I'm just messing with you.
So he's going to cast magic missile at second level. Why not? So he's aiming.
He's just gonna screw us over. Yeah, this is fine. Let's go.
Yeah. How many darts is that? Using his spell. create one more dart. So 4 darts. So he'll split them evenly, 2 at the one over by Braddock and 2 at the one in the middle. So 4 points there. Okay, so
Today
4
I
points
learned
per
Bravo
dart.
has a magic shotgun with homing pellets. I did not know that.
Blue, sparkly, arcane darts shoot out from either hand, and 2 rocket into the side of the toad, squaring off against polar bear carrion, and 2 slam into the side of the toad, attempting to eat Braddock. He's in a pretty good position, so he's just going to stay there for now. Carrion, you're up.
So Carrion is going to he's torn. So the Sea Hag is attacking North, and he feels like North is not his charge, but he has an affinity for her, so he wants to protect her. But also, I mean, Noga's eaten by a giant toad and being digested as he thinks about this. So he's going to split his attacks up. He's still not feeling good, I'm assuming. Is that right?
That is correct.
He's
You still have
also
disadvantage.
But he also has
Bless.
buff. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Thank you for reminding me.
So does the captain and North.
So do I roll just the one? Let me read that real quick. I apologize.
I can read those.
Okay. No. I
Whenever
see
a
it right
target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a
Oh,
d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or
You're
saving
gonna lose
throw.
me for a second. Sorry, I clicked.
That's
wrong.
okay.
here. Do you want me
My
to
bad.
roll 1d4 per attack roll, or like for like?
No, you can just roll 1d4. Like, so roll the attack first, because it'll come
Yeah.
up with the 2 rolls, and then do 1d4.
Well, I'm doing it manually
And
because it's a
you'll-
bear. I don't have a thing. So do you want
Oh,
that
right.
1d4 to apply to both, or do a separate 1d4 for each?
No, just roll 2 d20s.
So there's the 1d4. It's a 2.
Okay, all right. And then that'll go to your lowest d20 roll.
All right. So he's gonna bite the hag first.
Okay.
18, so 20.
Yes, that hits.
And then you rolled again.
Yeah, I have disadvantage. So I have to roll twice.
Disadvantage.
Oh.
Yeah, because he's poisoned.
That's right.
Bited a froggy.
Yes, you did. Roll up that damage.
All right, so 6 damage to the hag.
All right.
Now he's gonna pivot and kind of claw. He doesn't turn too much, but he does lash out at the frog that has eaten his buddy Noga.
Okay.
Mercifully, it's also a +7 for that.
Good. Makes it easy. My
So,
goodness,
a
you're rolling well.
22.
I mean, yeah, that hits. Yeah.
Okay. 12.
Oh, that's
I've rolled
better.
2 ones though for the damage, but 12 damage to
Oh.
Las Frago.
All
need
right.
to be moved.
12.
Are you and Joel cuddling? Rude.
Sorry, I hit the back button on accident, which means I kind of got moved over.
It
Guys,
happens. I think
roll
all of us
20.
have done that at some point
Yeah.
now.
Roll 20 doesn't keep. Roll 20 doesn't keep where you were at. It goes automatically default to bottom left for whatever
Yep.
reason. And thanks for reminding me to check that out.
All right. Are you moving at all, Carrion?
No, I don't want to be opportunistically assaulted by a gross toad and a gross hag.
Oh, I was supposed to do this at the top of your turn.
No,
Roll a
no, you can't. It's
Wisdom.
like chess. It's like chess.
wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Yeah, man.
You
I-
should have saved it.
Wait, can I use it for this too?
Yes, it's for saving throws.
Is it the? Did you roll
It's
a
a-
new d4?
It's a yeah. You roll a new d4.
3. All right, so it's
Wisdom saving throw.
18.
All right, you're fine.
Yay! Everything's fine. So Carrion's gonna roar after he slashes at the toad with his giant paw. He brings it around and whaps the toad, digging in his claws. And as it hits the deck, he roars a little bit, and he seems to kind of shudder as he roars, and a little bile comes out, and he kind of like a little woozy looking, but he's still standing, and he's not bloody.
All right. As you turn to swipe at the toad, you see in the moment just after that a little movement in the toad's belly as Noga struggles. Let's see. Chew. Nope. Pachu. Yes. Okay. Takes not very much, but that. Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
Who is Doratha and what does they
Don't
do?
worry about it. All right, North, you're up. Braddock, you're on deck.
Okay, it is time for some Spirit Guardians.
Woo woo!
So this North, seeing as how this could possibly be some close combat, as they are up in her face, decides to summon her Spirit Guardians. They are these little fae-like creatures. They've got very sharp, pointy features, a little unsettling to look at, but you definitely know that they are, I'm not going to say holy, but divine. There we go.
Tooth fairies.
Yeah! Great tooth fairies that do yummy. So, but they resemble little fae creatures that kind of like swirl around her. And let's see. An affected creature's speed is halved in the area, and when the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 3d8 radiant damage.
Wait, does that include me?
No,
Oh.
You don't like the taste of bear.
I believe it specifies enemies.
I hope so.
It's saying creature.
Does it say creature? If you are good or neutral, yeah. If you okay, when you cast a spell,
It wouldn't make sense.
When you cast the spell, you can designate any number of creatures you can see to be unaffected
Cool.
by it.
So my party members and my crew are unaffected. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
On a failed save, the creature will take 3d8 radiant damage, and on a successful save, the creature takes half damage, so they will still take damage. So she's going to call forth Pray to Sylvanas. These creatures are going to come out. They're going to be swirling around her, and she can't really see what's going on up with Soren, right? Because it's kind of like above the balcony. Like maybe she felt the boat rock but couldn't quite see it.
Yeah, you can probably see like the top of the toad maybe, but I mean you can hear him crying out in pain as he's getting hit, but you can't see him.
Well, she's going to flinch because she just sort of started building that relationship and then kind of like look up there but not really know what's going on because she still has the sea hag in front of her. And she's not going to move, and she's going to stare down the sea hag with her mace ready.
All right. So this damage doesn't affect her until the sea hag's turn. It
Starts
seems.
her turn. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Excellent. Braddock,
Yes.
what you doing?
Hello. Braddock would like to kill the toad now. So next,
welcome.
whose turns next? Whose turns
Please.
next? Because I just
Do the
killed the
killing.
toad. He's going to go after the toad's belly specifically.
Okay.
Like in his swings, he's going to try and like get his shield up under the jaw, push it up, and then come in with the right cross. A nice, like, sweeping arc right across the stomach, trying to get it open.
All right.
He is not terribly concerned about the contents. He's just trying to get at them.
I mean, it's
Hey!
fair to assume the toad's got some thick skin. All right.
There's a
That's
modified
definitely a
20.
hit.
And for 6 damage right there.
All right. Oh, yeah, this toad's looking pretty hurt.
Get him.
It's my favorite
Slash
feature of
him.
that toad.
And so he's gonna, like, shield's gonna still be in the same place. He's just gonna kind of switch his grip on the axe and come back the other way with another slice, trying to get right back at where he was. And he did not succeed.
14 is a hit.
Hey!
I mean, they're not wearing armor, and they're very large creatures, so they're pretty
And
easy.
they're soft and squishy.
How about a 10? Take a 10.
So-
Take it in the face.
Yeah, as you swipe back across, you manage to hit a spot that's already been cut, and the belly slits open, and Wrath tumbles out.
Oh,
the
wait.
toad
Whoa.
falls to the floor.
He goes to pick up
Remember,
Wrath.
on the West Coast, we still haven't eaten today.
He goes to pick up Wrath, and he, like, smiles and, I thought those smelled bad on the outside. Hi. Hello. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I'd take my award over here, please. Hello. Thank you.
All right, so he's prone and covered in frog juices.
Can I go and help him get up? Like, can I use my movement to just, like, drag him up to his feet?
It would take an action to do that because you have a thing in both hands. So
That's true. That's
yeah.
true. Okay, so then he's just going to yeah, he's gonna he's gonna move. He's gonna move. Because I can't because I haven't moved yet. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
That's fine. That'll be just fine right there.
Okay, so Captain's turn. Nope.
Even with
And-
blood?
Oh yeah, even with bless, that first one definitely not.
Captain Joe! Come on, you
This
badass woman!
one- This one might with the bonus, depending on what I roll. Oh, okay. Yeah, that one hits. Okay, so let's do some damage here. That's she's only got a dagger, but okay. Well, not a lot, but chipping away. A little movement inside that toad, but nobody sees it. Wrath is going to stand and try to wipe some of the gross gunk off of his face. He kicks the toad and draws his sword, but that's about all he can manage on this turn because that was pretty traumatic. All right, giant toads. 2 people are still swallowed.
The first one takes 20 damage.
Is the toad technically in?
I don't think it's actually
Yeah.
in that one. No,
Okay.
it's just a very large shape.
Oh, man.
What am I doing? How many damages? Oh, 3. Oh, okay. 3. Oh. Oof. I thought I rolled 3 6s. I did not. All right, so Noga takes a little more damage. Acid as it burns through her flesh. And so does the captain.
Sure, they're fine. Oh,
Sure.
We have
Totally
great
fine.
healers on our hands. It'll be fine.
I'm sure they're great.
We have healers. That's what you meant.
I can bring people back from the dead. It's fine.
You can't.
All right.
Yes, I can.
So, Toad in the middle is going to attack Polar Bear. Pardon me.
Get him.
You'll be
let's-
pardoned if it hits me. Or if it doesn't hit me. Oh, crap. Screw that one
Well,
up.
it did not hit you.
All right, you're not
um,
pardoned then.
giant toad on Sorn is going to attempt to bite him. Oh, he definitely hits him.
No.
No, Soren!
D10. 10.
Roll 4.
Oh, I rolled higher this time. And then poison. Oh, I rolled the same. Oh dear. Okay. So
Soren, no! sad.
that one hurt real bad. That one hurt real bad. All right. So none of you can see it, but you definitely are hearing the results of these attacks on Soren. He's not sounding so good. Sea
Is he
hags.
crying?
Okay. No, he's not crying. He's more just trying to breathe and
He's
not
at 3
get covered in
health, okay?
blood.
He's at 3. Like, that's what's happening.
He's also got to make a wisdom save. Oh, he made it. Hooray! Just.
Don't sound so disappointed.
Navigator, pulling it out. Let's.
Oh, camera. Hello. Camera. Hello. Focus. Nope. Oh,
Move forward.
there it goes.
There
There it goes. All right. So the sea hag on Sorn is going to attack.
No.
Oh, definitely hits. All right. Damage for that as the claws rake across his exposed flank. Plus. He's still standing.
His exposed flank. Is he wearing chaps?
No, he's flanked by
Ah.
a toad and a hag. So as he's turning to try and deflect, they're getting a lot of openings on him. All right, this sea hag has to make a what save? Wisdom?
I clicked on it. Sorry.
Save versus death, I
Just
believe.
take,
Say-
just
say
take
versus-
the 20 damage. Is fine. Everything's fine.
Hmm.
A wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Otherwise, he thinks it's a good idea to
my
jump off the boat.
wisdom.
No, he doesn't.
Roll a 10. It's your spell save DC.
Spell save DC.
At the
Okay,
top
well
of
then
your
that
spell-
definitely doesn't save.
Yeah. All right.
So I need
So
to
she
roll
takes
3.
full damage.
20.
I need to roll 3d8.
You already rolled it, is it?
Oh yeah, you rolled it up the top there.
that was it?
Yeah.
Oh, thank. Ta-da!
All right. Dang, that's a lot of damage.
So they got very mad and decided to attack the sea hag, and it was just like a flurry of flickering, uneasing like light coming at the sea hag.
All right. Yeah, she just gets assaulted by this light, and for as you assume it lives in darkness for the most part, so it just like scalds it almost. She's going to try to attack North and roll a natural 20.
Are you fucking kidding me? So
Nope.
you have to confirm it, right?
No, that's for named
Oh.
characters. So double damage. Oh, I rolled low. You're lucky. Only 11 points of damage because I rolled really low. But the hag takes this damage from the radiant field that you've thrown up around you, and sort of hissing in your face, the long scraggly claws scrape out and find the skin between the what is that, the gorget, whatever the neck armor is called. Just manages to find the weakness in the armor there and scrapes down the side of your neck. Doesn't do as much damage as you were thinking, considering she really managed to get behind your shield, but she caught you off guard there.
North would definitely scream because it's still quite painful in a sensitive area.
Yeah. She's not in a good spot. So she's going to.
Why is your thing like focusing and unfocusing?
I don't know. Like, I'm not.
You know
Maybe
what I
I'm
think?
moving too much. I don't know.
What I think it is? I genuinely think it's because the screen's not behind you. I think they're just trying to focus on the farther back
On the wall.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Possible. All right.
You're
so
kind of the same color as.
Yeah, I am. Yeah. It's another reason I put up a dark screen behind me. Anyways, this hag, after she manages to attack North, she's going to sort of take in the situation around her and attempt to book it. So Carrion and North are going to get attacks of opportunity on her as she scooch past.
That'll be a +4 from Bless for me.
Oh yeah, and then plus, let's see. Oh shit! Wow, I rolled fucking awful. Doesn't matter what I roll.
Yeah, I
So
know.
I got a 15.
A
I
15
got
hit.
a
9 does not hit.
yeah. Fuck.
So you're still sort of recoiling from the neck, trying to gauge how much blood is coming out. And as she goes, you kind of scramble to hit her, but Carrion manages to get a claw on her.
Oh, it feels so good. 16 damage.
And as she like almost reaches the railing, she crumbles to the deck.
So Carrion,
Nice.
as she's running away, Carrion reaches out a paw and just hits her right in the chest. And the paw just rips right. It doesn't go through her, but he carries it through, and she kind of twists, and the claws go across her chest. And he pulls his paw back, and she crumples.
Nice. All right. Oh, Bravo's turn. Let's see. He has one target now. So he's going to. What is he going to do? What does he got?
Fireball. Pew pew.
He does have firebolts.
He's gonna cast Tiny Hut.
Yeah, he casts Tiny Hut. This one, let's just. What's the range on this? Ooh. All right. He's actually going to. He's far enough back. Step a little this way so that he can angle right up there.
Oh, I like where this is going already.
Yay! Save Soren. Save
And
Soren.
hit both toads, hopefully, with a scorching ray. And he hits both toads. Well, I guess I should roll for the other one, too. He hits one toad.
Oh darn! I really thought it was just gonna be like, yeah, one.
Unfortunately. Well, 2 targets, 2 rolls. All right. Well,
So the furthest toad takes the most damage, right?
no. The first one that gets hit is
Don't
the
worry,
closest
we'll
one.
save your boyfriend.
Please.
So he has that, and that's okay.
if we'll save your boyfriend.
So that's it for Bravo. Carrion, you're up.
Disclaimer: this is not legally binding.
It is
Save
disappointed.
your boyfriend.
So
It definitely caught the toad's attention, though.
seeing this, he had hag crumple. Carrion just roars and in victory and feeling a little bit revitalized. But as he does, more bile comes up. But he tries not to mind it too much. It just kind of splatters, not like a full vomit or anything, but yeah, you get the picture. Hopefully.
There's an image I never thought I'd ever have in my head. A polar bear sick vomiting all over the front of him.
No, not sick vomiting. Just like when he roars, like there's bits of sick.
Remember when West Coast could still possibly be eating dinner?
All right. So he's gonna turn on this toad and he's gonna attack it.
All right.
And he's got a 3 from Bless.
Excellent.
And that'll be a 14.
That'll do it.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, yeah, roll your disadvantage. Because you might roll lower. No,
14.
14 hits.
Okay.
All right. You might get it.
Let's go.
10 damage.
The toad falls.
Yes. So, Carrion is going to make a swipe with his claws. So he rotates, he winds up, and he swipes across the stomach, trying to dislodge Noga. Not sure if he's actually going to kill the toad.
Yeah, well, you killed the toad. You did not open its belly, but you killed it. All right.
And with that, how tall is the fencing to his left? Like, could he climb it?
He'll probably break it.
Yeah, he might be able to climb it. Bears are pretty tall. Make a strength check for the bear if you want to try and climb it.
So I don't really want to climb it. I wanted to like run and like jump and try to get up there, or like jump near the top of it and then clamber over it.
Yeah, you could probably do that. Just make a strength check.
Okay.
You have disadvantage because you're poisoned, but you can add the d4.
Balls.
No,
Okay.
that's only to saving throws. Sorry, you can't add the d4.
It's a 12 is the lowest.
All right. So you sort of start off at a gallop and leap towards it, and you manage to hang on and pull yourself up, but it takes you most of your movement. I'd say you'd have about 10 feet left.
Okay. So he pulls himself up and he stands at the back of this sea hag. Actually, he'd rotate around here. Being the smart little bear that he is. And just roar at the sea hag's back, trying to distract her. Just roar! Just trying to distract her from Soren, and hopefully he doesn't get killed.
All right.
But in a lovely Scottish roar, Scottish accented roar.
North, you see the toad that Carrion just killed start to move. And after like a couple seconds, Noga wriggles her way out of the toad and just lays there like, it's really gross.
She's gonna be very happy that Noga's okay. She's kind of like do a okay. And then definitely run after the bear and up towards Soren because of the cries for help and the please don't be dead. And so she's going to actually go she's gonna go right here. And she's gonna move, and then she's gonna go ahead and do a sorry, one sec. I have two screens and I keep like clicking on the other screen. She's gonna go ahead and cast Sacred Flame on this sea hag here.
All right. Is that range?
Oh shit, you're right. Never mind. She's just gonna hit with her mace because she is dumb and just decided to run in.
Give it a swing.
Huh? I'm not poisoned.
All right. A 7 does not hit.
Fuck, he was right and I'm dumb, but I already swung
not dumb.
and it doesn't matter. Wait.
Oh, you have your d4. You can add.
9 or 8. 9.
Still doesn't hit.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
But he was totally right. I had another option. I'm stupid. Whatever.
So. Whatever.
She's gonna run and be like, and then she's gonna kind of fall short, and she's gonna feel a little stupided, and like her face gets hot. But she is thankful that at least they are now within her spirit guardian.
She's kind of rushing. Like she's in a panic. So, you know, sometimes mistakes happen.
She's gotta save her
It's like-
boyfriend.
She does, man. She just had like
She's known him for
She
2
had a
days.
moment. She had a moment, okay, and she doesn't want anyone to die, especially no one that's like navigating the boat.
Yeah. I mean, she hasn't had enough lessons to take that over yet. All right, Braddock.
Use a few more.
Yeah. That's why she's so attached to him. His navigational skills. It's not his swarthy dark skin.
There's totally other things that could possibly be at play, but
Yeah.
there's more she has
sure.
to learn.
I believe you.
Love.
Don't be jealous.
Braddock, it's your turn.
Yeah, he's just gonna. Actually, can he see the giant toad up on the deck?
You can see a part of it.
Would he? He's probably obscured enough to get like
Partial cover.
isn't it? Yeah. Braddock's just gonna book it, double time it. 50 feet should put me right there. Yep.
All right.
Do you really only move 20 feet?
25 feet.
Oh, God, you're
'Cause
short.
Dwarves are short. Yep.
Yep.
All right. Captain Zhao is inside this toad and is going to try and cut a little further
Let's go.
into the. No, the +4 is not going to help. I rolled a 3 and a 6. All right.
That's nice.
And when their powers combine, they're Captain Planet, who makes friends with the toad and spits her out.
No. Wrath
Kick his-
can't
kick
do
his throat.
much.
Kick his throat.
He's in rough shape. Giant toad is up against
Ha
two
Gonna take some damage.
people. Oh yes, wisdom save, right?
Wisdom.
I don't think they're very wise,
Ha ha.
but I rolled a natural 20, so it succeeds.
Fuck.
But it
But
takes
half
half damage. It takes half damage. So roll the 3d8. 3d8 damage. Ooh, that's pretty good.
It's pretty darn good.
14 points of damage from your holy aura of spiritual
nice.
guardians.
The little guardians, they are flitting around that toad's face and they are not happy about it.
It's like getting stabbed with needles from every direction.
And they make this like it's not horrifying, but it's a semi like discorded sound where they're just kind of like here but also here at the same time.
Yeah.
And they like kind of go from right to left.
Those sounds irritate me.
It's that like feeling of
yeah, unwellness.
yes, uneasy.
Yeah, so this toad is not smart. So it's just going to attempt to bite Soren because that's what it's been doing.
Oh, is it like that weird feeling when a moth flies really too close to your ear, and you just hear the wing beats on your eardrums? So you're like, "Arr!"
Almost, yeah.
Never have it happen. It would be more like the feeling of just like a sound in your ear that sort of makes you feel off. Like a weird, otherworldly, white noisy.
Oh, like every ASMR I've ever heard ever.
A little bit like ASMR, yeah. If you are not comforted by ASMR, that's what it is.
So
I am not comforted by ASMR.
Nope, don't like.
As the toad is buffeted by the spiritual guardians, it takes a bite at Soren, and Soren tries to knock it aside, but the maw is too big, and it manages to crunch down on him, and Soren drops to the deck.
North is gonna cry out. He's gonna get a little sad about this.
Yeah, he's very, very bloody. Anyways, that's the toad's turn. So sea hags, are you within range now? Oh, that's on your turn though. Sea hag, seeing everything
She also
going
takes
down.
damage.
Oh yes, wisdom save. Fails.
Fuck you. 14 damage. Unless I get to roll again, but I'm gonna take the 14.
14's fine. All right, so the sea hag, realizing it's surrounded and all of its companions.
No,
seem to
stay a
be
while and listen,
dead,
bitch.
She's going to jet for the back of the ship. So North and Carrion, you both get an attack of opportunity. Carrion at disadvantage.
2 seconds. Is this only a melee attack, or can I also try and do a spell attack?
It's only melee unless you have the Warcaster feat.
18.
18 hits.
Wow, I'm so good at using my mace. I said no North ever.
And do I get the multi-attack feature in the reaction attacks?
No. Reaction is just one swipe.
Darn.
It's a good thing I don't try to use my mace more often.
That'll be 12 damage.
12
S'il vous plaît.
damage.
Very polite French polar bear.
All right, so as the sea hag turns tail and runs to the back, Carrion manages to swipe a claw down like the back of the hip and leg. North just misses with the mace, and the hag leaps over the edge and dives into the water.
Well, at least she didn't have a friendly person in her belly. Wait, she didn't eat nobody, did she? I'm just kidding.
All right, Bravo can only partially see the toad, so he's going to...
Bravo, or as I would like to call him, Turret.
He's going to magic missile the toad because he doesn't have to aim that. He just has to have line of sight. So 3 darts shoot up and hit the toad for 2 points of damage each. So 6 points of damage. Seeing everybody here, he's going to move. He's going to move towards Noga. Oh, my voice is doing a weird crackly thing. That's fun. All right,
rustic.
Carrion, you're up. Rustic.
Can he fit between the steering wheel or the helm of the ship and this chest thing over here?
Yeah, you'd be stepping over Soren's body, but you can do it.
Is he dead?
He's
unconscious. He's not dead.
and bleeding.
If I bite him, will he die?
Probably.
I mean, I wouldn't. Probably.
You might accidentally
North
step
would
on
never
him.
forgive you.
No, Carrion wouldn't do that. What about on the... So is there more room on the left or the right?
Probably
Right
on the
big-
left because North is still active,
So he...
whereas Soren is prone.
Okay, so he would make an effort to... He would make an effort to go on the left, spend a little extra time not to step on Soren.
All right.
So now that the toad is flanked, how does the advantage of flanking poison work? Does it just cancel out?
Well, there's no flanking in 5e.
What? No!
But you were just talking about flanking.
No, I was saying he is flanked. There was no game
No bonus,
bonus
no bonus, yeah.
for the flanking.
Damn it!
So it's
So you walked around. It's
just
cool.
I
disadvantage.
cut off his
Escape.
escape
You
route.
sure did. You sure did. There's still advantages to this.
Eh?
Okay, so Carrion will get into position and claw at said bear.
All right. Swing
That's
that
a
mighty
1 for the
paw.
A
12 will
12.
do it. Yep, 12 will do it.
Thank goodness.
Swipe, swipe, swipe with that big
13.
polar paw.
13
All right.
damage. And seeing as he's already poisoned, he's not even... He's going to take a bite out of the frog. The toad! Sorry, it's a toad!
Toad.
He's going to take a bite
Go
out of
for
the
it.
toad. He's already poisoned. How much worse? You know what? It can't get any worse. He's not asking if it could get worse. He knows it can't get any worse.
I think that's what everyone, any person ever drinking alcohol can't get any worse, right?
Callie, can't get any worse. Question: is the bite attack on its own 1d4, or is that going to take the 1 from the 1d4 as well?
No, you roll each time.
4. $29.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That's disadvantage. It feels so good. Just want to tell you, Kelly. It
Jeepers.
feels really good.
Jeepers. I wouldn't know.
That's fine.
All right. Yeah, unless you roll like 1 point of damage, this toad's toast.
6 damage and 1 point of
Yep.
damage.
Is toast.
Yes. So Carrion runs. He leaps over Soren's unconscious, what he hopes is unconscious body. He lands on the deck and kind of skids, and then pivots himself around the back of the frog, and he swipes with a big paw on the back, and then he kind of looks hesitant, like he draws back, like he's going for a bite, but he pauses just for a second, and then he goes in and he just chomps it. He tries to get it like around the neck area, but it's really big, so it's just kind of like the side of the face.
It's like all neck. Yeah. Yeah, and you manage to tear a chunk out, and it just slumps to the deck. Blood soaking into
he
the
immediately
deckwood.
spits out the chunk, just immediately, just.
Yeah, damage is done. All right.
It's like a big dog that doesn't like the treat he's being.
Yeah, it's
All right. So you didn't tear open the belly, but after a moment, if you spent some time clawing at it, you could get Captain Zhao out. Anyways, North, is there anything you'd like to do before battle ends here?
Yeah, so she is going to see and trust that Carrion's going to take care of it. And as that happens, she's going to lunge towards Soren and spare the dying to bring him back to 0 hit points. And go ahead and Soren, like try and get him to at least show signs of life.
She's trying to
come back.
That's for speech.
Somebody as important as a navigator, you guys, is going to need to be alive.
Oh yes, because no
You
one
don't
else
need
can
to
turn a
justify
wheel.
your actions.
Oh.
It's okay.
Like North could make it work, but you don't want her to make it, North, because it'd be
So North drops to a knee next to him and places a hand on his shoulder, and you can see the trickles of blood slow and stop. He doesn't regain consciousness yet, but
Hand on his
I'm gonna
shoulder.
take a perception
not-
check against that. Is she
Muscles.
rubbing his
Again,
rubbing his
guys.
shoulders a little bit?
Long
Don't-
silken hair,
don't be jealous.
ever plunging lower. No, I'm
Don't
sorry.
be jealous. She
Oh
just
my
saved your
goodness.
guys' butts too, because
Already
again, you
ready.
don't want North navigating.
we're already writing fanfic
Just
here.
tracing the outline of his dark elven voluptuous lips.
I mean,
Well,
Show
no, the
it
fan
to
fiction
you.
was the toad she was kissing earlier, right?
Hey, that's not canon. That's not
Totally
canon.
canon. I can pull it up
No,
in Discord.
It didn't happen.
Anyways, this is as good a time as any to take a break. Now that battle is over.
We'll leave North to her helpless navigator.
Don't be jealous because she can get some and you can't. So
I can
Fine.
get some. Nog is laying down unconscious. It's fine. I can do the same
No.
thing. I can heal. I have a healing potion.
oh,
I
you're
can
right.
heal.
Yeah.
You guys
You
can
can
throw
heal,
shade
whatever.
later. We're gonna go to break.
Good time to go to break. Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna take a 10-minute break. We'll be back at 10 past. Before we head out, though, I'd like to do a shout out to our friend Anne over at Kajari's Curious Crafts. She makes awesome things like D&D terrain and ornaments and
Pizza ornaments.
Yeah, pizza ornaments,
One shot.
one shots, just
The ornaments with pineapples on them.
really cool content, really creative. She's very supportive and encouraging, just an all-around great person. We encourage you, if you haven't checked her out already, to please check her out. She's over at twitch.tv/curiouscrafts. Anyways, we'll be back at 10 past. So go. We'll see you soon.
Don't worry.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Everybody. That was gross. I'm sorry. And now I saw a bagel in my mouth.
Shouldn't speak with your mouth full.
It wasn't. Everything was fine. And then it wasn't fine.
It wasn't fine, that's true. Okay, so as far as you know, battle's over.
Level 8. Woo!
No, you're not even level 7 yet.
Right to 8.
Yeah, that's definitely not how that works. So only one enemy got away, but you managed to dispatch 4 giant toads and a sea hag with one kind of casualty. Only one unconscious. Otherwise,
Fine, we're fine.
pretty well handled. Yeah, you guys did pretty well.
It's no like 6 giants, but in 2 hours.
All right. So, Sorn is no longer dying, but is still unconscious.
So, Carrion is immediately going to... The polar bear is on deck, and he's just starting... He's just kind of like... Oh, he's not looking so good. So it's going to start to shrink, and it's really grotesque looking, actually. You know, his head is all different kind of sizes. It's not like everything is shrinking at the same rate. Things just kind of like pop back in. And then a human seems to just grow out of this bear form. And Carrion's left standing there, staff in hand, and he's leaning heavily on the staff. Oh, yes, I do not feel well at all. I think those toads, or whatever they were poisonous. Oh, excuse me. And he uses that spell that I linked, Lesser Restoration, to cast, or to nullify the poison within his body.
And you feel it almost immediately. It has been expelled from your body magically, by magical means. So the relief is instant.
So he casts it on himself. He takes a moment and he starts muttering, and the leaves on his staff kind of shake a little bit as the natural magic flowing through him activates. And then out, just to the right of him, little droplets they look like vile little droplets, like kind of green tinged droplets, just kind of patter onto the deck next to him. That'd be the poison.
Yeah. Captain Zhao has climbed to her feet, but is just covered in like slime and goo and gore, and she's got like acid burns on certain parts of her skin and her clothing, and some marks where the teeth had got her. She seems hardy still, but is just sort of standing there like, ugh. I think this is the single most disgusting experience I have ever had. Well, thank you for killing these vile creatures.
As was agreed upon per our job.
Indeed. And then she looks over and sees Sorn and is like, oh no. And runs over to him.
So North probably has like Soren propped up a little bit, like in her lap, but more just like trying to like think of the right like incantation and prayer to get him the healing that he needs. So she is going to use a cure wounds on him.
Okay.
And she's going to cast it at a higher level because he definitely had more hits than he should have. So level
8 points of healing. All right.
That doesn't seem right. 1d8 is level 1.
Fucking dumb. What the hell?
Yeah, it didn't cast it at a higher level for you.
I told it to. It said 1d8 plus 5, which is apparently I rolled a 3 out of an 8 plus 5.
Okay, so it should be 2d8. Is that what it should be?
Should be 3d8
If
because
you
you
cast it as
right?
a.
Oh, I see. So you're supposed to add the. Hang on.
No, when I mouse over it, it says rolling 1d8 plus.
Cure wounds, you said? Regains a number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. When you cast the spell using a spell slot of 2nd or higher, the healing increases by 1d8 for each slot above 1st.
So yeah, 3d8 plus 5 would be right.
Alright, so just roll another 2d8.
I'm still trying to figure out how the heck it's like if you mouse over the 23,
Yeah,
it breaks it down,
it
but it's
shows
very
it.
weird.
Yeah.
Like the 5 times 2, I don't know where it's getting.
So roll how many? 2?
2d8, yeah.
Hold on. I brought up the script one.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that one works, so we'll just do it manually.
I did
Alright,
2d8,
so
which is
17. Hey, it's not nothing.
Plus 5. Don't forget the 5.
Yeah, well, that's in the 8.
Was it?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Darn.
That's all right.
Um,
It's still like half
it's-
elf, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's awake. So as you recall the words to the prayer to initiate the healing magic, you can feel beneath your hands the warmth of the spell of the magic pouring through you and into him, and there's sort of a green gold glow, and his eyes flutter open as some of the wounds start to stitch over, and he looks up and it's over then.
No, it's probably gonna look a little more excited than she should. But she's gonna be like half more like, oh my god, I did it, and then the other half like, I saved someone that I was sort of starting to like, in a sense of like they're a drow, but they also told me that like not all drows are bad. Like she also knows that like not all giants are bad, but that's a little harder to convince. A little harder to convince. Sorry, Bravo. But she's just gonna like have that like, I did it.
The giants, it may be harder to believe that the giants aren't all bad because the giants don't have dark skin, swarthy muscles, and silky silver.
I mean,
You don't know that.
they have also, I don't know, destroyed her family, and also just recently destroyed a couple of towns that we've been in.
What
And
about
she's encountered how many drow?
what about giant Bravo corks? I mean,
Oh,
Zephyros.
fuck.
Oh my god!
Well, we could get into a lot of philosophical talks about that, but
That's not what we're talking about. Giants
now.
have had quite a bit more impact than drow have. So,
all right. Yes, Captain Zhao looks pretty relieved to see him come to consciousness as well, and helps him up to his feet.
Oh yeah,
Red
She-
would
um,
stay on the ground because she's still a little like winded herself of the whole thing that has happened. Like, ugh.
yeah. Braddock would be helping up Noga.
Yeah, she takes your hand, slimy scale covered hand, as she hauls herself up.
He just kind of like does like one of those where he, like catches the slime on the and then just like
Yeah.
flicks it.
It splatters heavily onto the deck. She also has some burning on her, but with her scales, it seems to have maybe not hurt her quite as badly. But yeah, so everybody's kind of picking themselves up after this. Wrath's still kind of leaning heavily on the railing at the front, just trying to recover.
Captain, I hate to press you so soon after your predicament. However, one of the she-hags did escape, and I think it pertinent that we move from here as soon as possible.
Agreed. I would rather not encounter more of these. Ever, preferably, but for a few days at least should be sufficient. Soren, how are you feeling? Do you think that you could give us a few more hours? And now that he's standing, he sort of takes stock of himself and some water maybe, but I think I could handle this. I'll be all right. And he turns to North and nods his thanks. Doesn't really say much, but he's, just come back from unconsciousness. So,
Does he do this with his face at all?
No. But I imagine North's going to sketch that in her notebook later.
She would never in her notebook.
All right. So the captain starts to walk away, take stock of the crew, try to get things back under control. Wrath takes a few moments and then also starts to bark commands. Some of the crew starts to come up to remove the toad corpses.
Yeah, I was gonna say
as they do, Carrion tries to, whoever's in charge of that, he lets them know. Yes, excuse me. As you're removing them, be very careful not to ingest or even get the blood on your skin. You will not feel well if you do.
Were we planning on eating these?
Yes, well, you still could get the blood on your skin, so just be wary. If it gets into any cuts, open wounds, gashes, yes, you will be sorry.
All right. Thanks for the warning. That's, gross.
And he passes the captain down the stairs. Excuse me, Captain. I had a very long night as the lookout, and I need to check on Kirga, if Bravo hasn't beaten me to it. And he proceeds below deck.
Except you're also poisoned? Still?
No, he cured it.
Oh, okay.
Because he's a boss.
So the toad bodies get tossed overboard.
I mean,
they are difficult to move.
We're not going to cook them? I'm kind of disappointed.
I have no stomach for toad meat.
Yeah, and considering 3 of the crew, particularly the captain, got eaten by them, they just want to have nothing to do with them.
No, it's
been
poetic justice.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, they're not really interested in that.
GTFO, I think, is what by.
So Carrion would stop by Noga briefly. Noga, will you be okay to keep your duties today? He looks her over. Does she appear wounded or bleeding or bruised or?
Yeah, she has been through an ordeal, but she still seems pretty strong. So she's like, well, as long as we don't have any more of those, I should be fine.
Well, I can still muster a fair bit of magic, and I can certainly spare some at your expense. Hopefully we don't need it, but... And he takes a moment to concentrate. And he puts the staff before him on the deck, and he's just holding it, kind of leaning on it still, and the flower on top of it blooms open, and as it does, a breeze wafts over Noga, and she's healed for some amount. Oh, +5. So, okay. So we need one more, right?
You did it at a higher level, yeah.
Yeah, I did it at level 3. How many did that use?
So you'd add 2 more d4?
Okay. So 9.
Alright. Well, it's helpful anyways. She already, like, some of the acid burns that she had received start to heal over. And she nods. That's feeling stronger already.
I think I see what it's doing. For some reason, it rolls the first 2 die. It adds the modifier of the plus 4.
Oh, so it does. So you would add the 6 and 6 together.
Wait. Oh,
'Cause-
hang on. So it does the 2. So I rolled a 2 and a 4, and then it rolled the last D by itself and has the modifier to that. So it
Right.
rolled. Okay, so it's actually a 12.
So you add them both together. Okay,
Yeah, I believe.
gotcha. That makes sense.
It's much easier to follow when it's a D4.
Yeah.
Wait, then for mine, is that the 23 plus 8, or is it something different?
That's really hard to decipher. I have no idea.
Because this is saying 1 times 2d8 plus
Yeah, I don't
5 times
understand
2
the 5
equals-
times 2 though,
Yeah, I don't know where
because
that's coming from.
my modifier. I think
Yeah, but where's the
it's
2 coming
5,
from?
but why is it multiplied by 2?
Yeah, I don't-
That's what I'm confused about.
But mine makes sense because it's 2d4
But-
straight up. Plus,
but I don't understand where this 23 comes from. Then, like, why would
Yeah.
it be 23?
No, that one is confusing because the 5 times 2. But anyways, we can look at this afterwards.
okay, anyway.
You're not
So
wrong.
just 12. She takes
Yep, okay.
12 healings.
So she says her thanks and then starts to haul herself up into the crow's nest. And
Oh,
Yeah.
and
oops, didn't mean to ping.
sorry. Ah, yes, Bravo. I meant to mention this to you. If you still need your armor repaired from the encounter with the giants, leave it out for me over the night shift when I keep watch. And I have plenty of free time, and I'm sure I can spend the time to repair it then.
Pretty sure you meant Braddock.
I said Bravo because there's an accident.
No,
I had to think back about it. I was like, did I?
I was like, wait, what? Armor? No,
yes.
Bravo doesn't wear armor.
Why do 2 people have such similar fucking names in this goddamn party? It's bullshit.
Oh, yes. I don't wear armor, but thank you for the offer.
Yeah, sorry, Bravo. No, I meant Braddock. I know you don't wear armor, and you didn't get attacked in the giant campaign anyway.
He didn't get attacked because he barely fought, but he was happy to volunteer all of our lives. He says, like, side-eyeing, Bravo. I'll take you.
Braddock, I
Take
hardly think that's true. After all, he did summon Reginald. Without Reginald, I pale to think that we'd defeat the giants at all.
You and I tried to back out of the fight 4 times.
Yes, but no need to belittle his accomplishments in the fight.
No, he very bravely accomplished several great feats. Not saying that. I do say he was a bit cavalier with our lives. It's
Well,
a small issue, though. It's a very small issue.
Considering how cavalier you are with your own life, I should hardly think that my application in the situation would have any effect at all.
That's so good, Callie. I'm so proud of you. Dave is so happy
That's
right now.
awesome. That's awesome.
And he turns and walks away from Braddock.
The point still stands, Braddock. If your armor is in need of repair, which I imagine, since it was nearly rendered in 2, that it is, then just leave it out for me, and I'll be happy to do what I can to see it fixed.
Yes, it's a good point. I was going to do it here earlier, but kind of reckoned on the boat voyage being a bit safer. I almost wondered if I shouldn't keep it on, and then when we get to our, maybe buy a new set of armor. I don't know if there'll be time. How long will it take to repair it?
I imagine I'd just need an evening for the... Well, what's damaged, actually? Callie?
For the amount of armor that he has and the number of hits that he took, it might take you a few days.
All right.
Since you only have like a few hours at a time to, really.
So I'd do the chest piece first, and then I'd work on the smaller items after. Just the bit protecting the vital organs. I assume that's where the vital organs on the dwarves are.
That's what he'd give you first. Like he'd keep on arm pieces and gauntlets and legs and stuff like that. He'd keep all that stuff on and then just like give you piece by piece. But
Just out there chopping potatoes with his pauldrons on and everything. Just no chest armor.
I mean,
looks
that
like
would make it easier to move.
just looks like a 13th level character from WoW, just with massive 2-foot tall pauldrons and then leather armor everywhere.
So, just looking back on what my character can do with cure wounds, this looks like I don't know, like it's strange because it says I should be able to 1d8 plus your modifier, and then when I cast it, it increases by 1d8 for each slot. So I should have done 3d8 plus
Yes,
my
you did.
modifier, which means that I did do
Yes.
1
so,
times 2, which is 2 plus the one down here. So that could have been 3 altogether, which could have been 28, 29, 30, 31.
Yes, but it's the 5 times 2, and actually looking at your sheet here, there's an additional 5 added on to the higher level, and that's why it did 5 times 2. So higher level casting, if you just keep it 1d8 plus 0, then it will do the plus your modifier once, and now when you do it at higher levels, it should be accurate. So yes, in the
So
future,
if I press it from now, it'll be accurate.
it should be accurate. Yep. So it'll be both of them combined when cast at higher levels.
Okay. I'm just like trying to figure out, like, the whole time I'm like, how does, like, I want this to work because I don't want to say like yes.
It's all good. It's all good.
I
Figure it out eventually.
I suppose I could get it accomplished in a few evenings. Though I think that I'd work on the chest piece first, as that's the most vital for you, I'd imagine. And then, maybe 2 or 3 evenings. We'll see how she goes.
Braddock like looks kind of off into the middle distance again. He's sounds like it looks like he's calculating some non-numerical sum. Yeah, I suppose that's for the best. I've been thinking since our row back there in Port last. If we're going to keep doing this, which I think at this point we're obligated to do.
What do you mean? Do what?
Well, we're far too invested in the ordning at this point not to try and sort it out.
Yes, why, of course, I thought that was the plan from the start.
No, we're on the same page, but my larger point is that if we're going to continue to go up against frost giants, and who knows what other types of giants are cavorting about and causing trouble that we might have to go up against, I think it's fair to say that at least the 3 of us need better defense. The 3 of us wear armor. You wear your own form of armor. I think we should look to improve them as best we can, and we should look for something for Bravo as well, or work harder to keep him safe. I don't think he can handle much armor. His frame's a bit frail. I don't think wizards, as a rule, like to wear armor. I've not met many, but they don't seem metal covered, as I recall. And you can tell, like, as he's talking, his words are getting a little more like it's harder for him to piece together his point.
Yes. Well, I suppose I haven't seen an armored wizard either, and I can't confess that I know much about it. But yes, I think your point stands to reason. In Waterdeep, I'm sure we can find something.
That may have to be a priority, I think.
He doesn't look incredibly pleased, but he's not lying. He doesn't appear to be lying.
I suppose if we can't find armor for Bravo, we should look to find him more spells. Is that how that works? Can we give it? Can we do?
Here's the plan.
Can he do more spells?
We'll get a big cage, and we'll put Bravo in the cage, and we'll put wheels on the cage, and then just drag Bravo around with us, and then nothing can get to Bravo. It's like it's foolproof, I tell you.
Braddock looks at him, and he looks off in the middle, and he looks at him. He looks off in the middle of this. I can't. Are you? Do you actually want to cage our wizard? I can't tell if you're having a joke now. I don't know. Do you want? Is that what you want to do with Bravo?
No, that's terrible. Never mind. Just leave your whatever you call the armor that you wear on your chest next to your hammock, and I'll collect it and repair it this evening.
Oh, all right, that's fine.
So
and as Carrion walks off, he kind of speaks up again. I suppose it would keep him a bit safer. The metal around him, we could look into it.
Carrion hurries down to look after Kirga.
All right.
Braddock walks over to Bravo.
What kind of cage would you fancy, bud?
Stay.
Metal bars, wooden bars.
You're about what, five? Do they make cages in yours? No, he doesn't say anything. He doesn't say.
Bravo's currently inspecting the body of the hag that is still on the ship.
Yeah, he's not gonna. Braddock's not gonna tap him or get his attention. He's just gonna lean on the railing. In fact, you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna reach on into his belt and get his pipe and tobacco, and just start having a smoke, just waiting for Bravo to finish.
The whole time, as you approach and as you stand there, Bravo's speaking, but he's talking to Grillian, who's just sort of perched on his shoulder and up on his head, and as he's searching this sea hag and inspecting what she is, he doesn't turn to look at you.
No, I expect he won.
But at some point, he pops up and he goes, "Oh, Grillian, what is this thing? Oh, it appears to be some sort of jewelry, perhaps for ornamentation, and it seems to have a quite unique design." And just going on and on. He seems to have found a ring.
Braddock is just leaning up against the railing. He takes a big draw from his pipe, and he talks while exhaling, so that the smoke can just comes out around. Well, what have you found there?
Well, it appears to be a circle of metal with a slight design that seems to curl away from the ring a little bit. It's quite unique. I've never seen anything quite like it. It's fascinating.
What do you think its purpose is?
Well, it's a ring, so I imagined it's intended to go on your finger, but perhaps it goes on your toe. Let me try. And he reaches down and pulls off his boot and starts trying to fit it over his toe.
Bravo. Do you know what it does? Is it just a ring, or is it just a ring?
Well, it appears to be a ring. Do rings have dual purposes? Can it transform into something else? Is that what you're implying?
No, I mean, could it? I mean, do you think it's got any different properties to it other than it being a ring? You're our expert on all things magical. I suppose the other two are also magical in their own right. It's not fair to say, but
oh, magic! Oh, yes, I suppose I could check for something like that. I thought you were asking about the metal. I'm not knowledgeable in metals and casting and jewelry making. I was quite. Yes, magic. I will need a few minutes, but yes, I could possibly try to determine if it has another meaning or ability or purpose or.
Braddock, bravo. People that are here, right?
Got you. Oh, just for games, right?
The best when you do it to yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's really, really awesome when you forget your own name. Oh man. So he like as Bravo is going off on this expository explanation of everything, just this long rambling exposition. Bravo, and he's like, here, Bravo.
Yes, I see you. Yes, you're still there.
Yes. I want to ask you about your spell book. Or your spells, or your.
Oh, yes. I have many of them in my spell book. Look, there is this one and this one. Oh, this one's quite good.
That's fine. I know you've got a lot of spells in your spell book. I would like to know what how we can give you more or make or bring you more. What do we do to make you more spells or a better caster, or how do you know what I'm asking?
I imagine in my pursuit of arcane books and knowledge that I could expand my current abilities and knowledge. But to
all right, so we need to bring you more books then, right?
Well, yes and no. Scrolls, certainly. Sometimes scrolls can have their own spells on them, from which I could cast, or possibly, depending on the magic, I could copy into my own spellbook. But that requires quite a bit of paper and special ink. It's quite costly, you see. Very technical in the copying.
All right. Bravo. All right. So your art, the best way that we three can help you is to find you, and correct me if I'm wrong, books and paper and ink and quill or something to write with.
Oh yes. That would be quite good. I would very much enjoy that. Yes.
Just any books? Just any books at all? Are they all spells? Is every word? Can you do that? How you make your spells?
I would have to study and copy the spells into my spellbook, unless you could find me another wizard's spellbook, in which case I would have to study.
So we need to find another wizard. That would be a big help.
Yes, but here's most wizards. They code their spellbooks so that it is not easily fallen into others' hands.
Braddock just throws his hands up.
Requires quite a bit of study. And so we guard our studies quite closely, because magic can be used in improper ways, and this is how we guard them. And so, yes, it would be helpful to have another wizard spellbook, but it would require quite some time to decode their own personal coding. Yes.
Braddock takes a very long pull from his pipe. And he just holds, like he puts one elbow on the railing and just like pinches the bridge of his nose, and then just exhales all the smoke.
He just jumps overboard.
Yeah. Nope, fuck it, I'm out, and just over he goes. No. So if I understand any of what we've just talked about. The best way that we three can help you is to, and he starts counting them out on his hands, on his other hand, is to find a wizard, find some books, find special ink and something to write with, and then give you plenty of time. Do you know how much time you'll need?
Oh, well, it's different depending on the spell and how much time it requires to study. And the more complicated the spell, the longer it takes because the glyphs and the locations and the layout is very specific. It's very technical. It requires...
All right. Thank you, Bravo. You have been a very grand help, and I have treasured our conversations together. Good night. I need sleep. And he just about faces. Still, at this point he's what you'd call chain smoking his tobacco.
Isn't it like midday? Because Carrion just finished his shift, so it's just like after
It's
dawn. Okay.
Yeah. That's how thoroughly done Braddock is. Yeah.
The sun has just crested. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, he's already 100% done with this day.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, he just hot tails it downstairs.
Yeah, that's fine. So, all right. North, was there anything that you wanted to accomplish?
North really just wanted to make sure that like Soren was okay. And if Soren wasn't okay, if there was a way that she could take over for him, since she knows that she's been up all day, but she definitely didn't take the beating that he did. And if he felt confident that she could at least guide the ship enough for him to take a short rest, then she would. So she's definitely like, she was like sitting on the floor and then saw him get up and she's like, what am I doing sitting down? I'm like, I'm gonna get up. I know you're not okay, but sort of like trying to, can you just tell me what you need?
Well, admittedly, I'm not feeling the best that I have.
Understandably so. Do you need a longer rest? Can the ship guide itself? Do you need me here? Like, I don't understand.
Well, typically there is someone on the other shift who can cover me during the day, since I usually cover at night. You're free to stay on with him if you'd like, or take a rest as well. I'm just
Yeah. I mean, after that, yes. I'll just wait for them to come then. Go. She's awkward. I don't know. It's like, go take care of yourself, and also please don't.
Thank you for your help here. And he just kind of like indicates the bloody mess that is his clothes and like the wounds underneath, and he's like,
she's gonna be totally awkward. Like, it's part of like what we agreed to, and I could fix that up maybe, but I can't guarantee. Just go. She's like pecking at the
wheel.
she's
Yeah.
like
Okay. Thanks. He starts to head to the below decks.
as soon as she can't see him, she's gonna be like,
Yes, so he heads below, and then it doesn't take too much longer before the relief shows up. And so you're free to either stay on with them or take a break. Yeah,
She's gonna be
you're
like,
up through the night.
she's got like bags under her eyes. She's clearly tired, but she's trying to put on face like,
Yeah.
I'm happy-go-lucky, and this is great, and I'm pulling my weight. But she's totally fucking tired, and she's like, bye. And she's gonna like walk down to like where her hammock is. And when she gets there, she's like, she's gonna like take a moment to like climb into it. It's not easy. And she's gonna sit in her hammock, and then she's gonna like take her coat off and take her armor off, and she's like, she's totally tired, and she's gonna find a way to finally get to a point where she feels comfortable to like and fall back, and Leaf will come up and like curl her on.
Dream of
Yeah.
dark-skinned.
Don't hate, okay? Don't hate.
All right, Carrion, you're on the bottom now.
So
you went down
back
to
into my
punch your
pocket there.
microphone.
My mistake. Where is Kirga?
She's hiding behind the post.
Oh, is that her there?
Yeah,
I'm
she's
on the wrong
tiny.
screen. Oh, Kirga. And she looks safe?
Yeah, she looks unharmed. Just kind of like tucked herself into one of the tightest corners she could find, and has just sort of been listening to everything. And she seems a little less freaked out now that she's, heard people talking and that. But
Oh, you can come out now, lass. It would appear to be safe for the meantime, at least. Though I'd ask you to please stay below deck for now. One of our quarries did escape, so I can't guarantee the safety of the ship while I'm asleep. So just stay below deck. I'm sure Bravo will be down to look after you. If you need anything at all, just wake me. Just wake me up, and I'll be happy to help you any way I can.
okay. Is everybody okay?
Yes, everyone. He kind of looks at her, debating on how much to tell a little girl. Yes, the enemy gave us a tough time, but everyone pulled through, and a few minor bumps and bruises, but everyone will be right as rain in a day or so.
Okay, that's good.
Maybe you can help Clef in the kitchen. I don't know if he needs anything, but just please, just so I can rest at ease, stay below deck for now.
Okay.
Good lass. And he's gonna go and find his hammock, and
All right.
basically fall into it. He is wiped.
Yes. Yeah, I think. Yeah, if Braddock's going to bed, basically everybody except Bravo is hitting the hay of the party. So Bravo eventually makes his way down to the hold as well, and sets up his ritual. And Kirga just sort of sits and watches him, asking questions now and then, and you hear him drone on and on and on about things, explaining the process and the components and everything. Eventually he gets around to casting the spell, but that seems like a good place to stop for now. So I think that's where we will end it for tonight. You guys have survived yet another attack.
We're so awesome. So
This
amazingly
one-
awesome.
Admittedly a little less intense.
Oh, it was way harder than the
Port
Giants, but we
Last.
did great.
But you did almost lose 3 very important crew members. If the Toads had been able to receive instructions, perhaps you would have lost them for good, but you
Thankfully, we
managed
beat
to
him
get
up
them.
just in time.
You beat them up good. All right. So, yeah, that's I think that's all the business we have for tonight. So thank you everybody for tuning in. We hope you had fun. We'll be back next Friday, hopefully with the whole crew at our normal time, 7 p.m. Western Pacific and 10 p.m. Eastern.
Ooh,
Got it
look
right
at
this
you
time.
go remembering your time zones. Feel like you're a professional.
I think I get it wrong every other time.
Good deal. So we're gonna instead of going right offline, we're gonna hang out for like a few minutes and find some other channel to raid. So that will send you into their chat so you can check them out. Do any of us have any suggestions?
I would recommend Forgebreaker.
Forgebreaker,
They
okay.
shout us out quite a lot. Captain Reboot. Well, but here's the thing: Forgebreaker is playing Dungeons and Dragons, so that's
Oh, yeah.
spread that
Cool.
on to them.
Oh no,
Yeah.
we're raiding Forgebreaker. All right.
Spread the dind love.
Okay, guys, thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Have
Thank
yourselves
you.
Thank you.
a wonderful
But be
weekend.
sure to say hey to Forgebreaker.
And if you're not in our Discord already, come pop in. You can find it on Twitch, just down below. The links will be there. So we are going to raid Forgebreaker. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. It's gonna be so awesome, I think.
Positive thoughts.
Elbows hurt.
Oh, they're on break.
They're on break.
Hold the walls, champions. Ugh. They're gonna be so surprised when they come back. Holy moly. Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday nights?
They play like almost every day of the week.
Holy shit.
That's
great.
insane.
I'm so jelly.
I think the Greyhawk channel literally does stream every single day of the week. D&D.
Oh, is that what this is? Is the Greyhawk channel?
No. This is their own thing.
Oh.
But like talking about streaming a lot. I think the Greyhawk channel literally has 7 different streams. But
they have
there's like
different people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a collaborative thing.